And the only real treatment for endometriosis is birth control. Suppress the period, suppress the blood, blah, blah.
Right.
So I'm just choosing to suppress the whole thing. And, you know, it's only because, you know, I mean, I'm in my quality of life is like pretty much diminished. I have lost so much weight. I can hardly eat. I'm in and out of the ER all the time.
Jeez.
And like the only thing that I have to just cling to like my good attitude and the support from like a handful of people, because if not, it's just, you know, I have to turn it into comedy because I will literally crumble right now. This is just too much for like one person to handle.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's ruin our lives.
Getting pissed at high tides, chew it up like cyanide. Please don't revive. Let's ruin our lives. Some pills and acid, nails in my casket. That sounds romantic. To just ruin our lives.
それじゃあビデオ見てもらいます寝んなよ
Hello, everybody. This is Let's Ruin Our Lives. I am Josh Hensley, and joining me today, all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that's where that place is podcaster and aspiring writer Chloe Castellucci. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So, as we were just talking about right now, you are going to be getting a pretty major procedure done.
American hysterectomy, American hysterex.
Oh,
American hysterectomy
That's
for me. I just need to. That just came out. Oh, it just blows. No, yeah, I'm about to get that 33,
Yeah.
and I am the engine's just too leaky. You know, I'm done. I'm calling it quits. So.
And that's a removal of the womb?
So I have no fallopian tubes, and I have one ovary.
Okay.
And my other ovary is like sewn to the side of my body, like a Rob Zombie type of situation, so it doesn't torse. Which anybody listening, you're allowed to take this name as a metal band, ovarian torsion.
That's a good
Amazing name. I have no, you know, I'll never get into that. Hopefully I never have a metal band. So you can take that.
It's never too late.
But yeah, it's when your ovary torses. It can happen to testicles too. It's very scary.
Okay.
But so that kept happening to my right ovary.
Wow.
And they had to take it out. That was 2 Julys ago. And then this past August, it's like yearly. My body is the most predictable, chaotic little monster.
Yeah.
It did the same thing to my other ovary. So they, instead of taking it out, that means menopause. So they sewed it up like without, you know, I didn't know any of this was going to happen. They're just like, we're going to go in and fix it. And then I wake up all the time. They're like, you have one ovary left, or we sewed the, I'm like, okay, can you guys stop? Like,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm done with all, you know, there's cysts growing. Anybody who knows, you know, endometriosis, PCOS, all this stuff knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's just torture monthly. And then if it gets really bad, the monthly spreads into all month. And then it's just your whole life.
Oh my God.
So I'm on medical leave from work right now because, you know, I fainted and it just, I was like, this is done. So yeah, you know, all very horrible and a lot of being just looked at like you're a freak in emergency medical settings, and just kind of like nobody wants to deal with this because it's just still so mysterious to them.
Right.
And, you know, we frustrate these doctors to no end. Like there's not a lot of specialists in the country that deal with this. And just yesterday I walked out of an appointment like weeping because this guy looked right at me. He was like, I don't treat endometriosis pain. Like nobody wants to deal with it because it's just so. There's been more funding for studies on how endometriosis affects partners of people who have endometriosis than actual, you know. and it's just like wandering blood, and it can go anywhere. It's all of the details of it are really disturbing. It really often turns into cancer. And
so it can be life-threatening?
It's very, I mean, it can be very life-threatening, especially like in emergency settings. Like if your ovaries torsing, there's a lot going on down here. My daughter calls it the middle. She's like, Mommy, you need to take out the middle. Wow. And I'm like, she's like, my daughter has been the cause of this. God bless her little soul. But her being in my womb, my placenta poisoned me.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It goes on and on. That's like for a different podcast, but that's why I'm getting hysterectomy, because I am choosing to just be done with it. Because I don't want to take birth control anymore. I don't want Israel in my I don't know who the hell is involved in making these pharmaceuticals.
True, for sure.
I'm not, and I have been on every single kind of birth control. I'm not doing that anymore. And I don't have fallopian tubes. I can't get pregnant.
Right.
And the only real treatment for endometriosis is birth control. Suppress the period, suppress the blood, blah, blah.
Right.
So I'm just choosing to suppress the whole thing. And, it's only because, I'm in my quality of life has pretty much diminished. I have lost so much weight. I can hardly eat. I'm in and out of the ER all the time.
Jeez.
And the only thing that I have to just cling to my good attitude and the support from a handful of people, because if not, it's just, I have to turn it into comedy, because I will really crumble right now. This is just too much for one person to handle.
Yeah, I understand.
And I really have to say I'm impressed with myself, because I've pivoted a lot from it and just tried to find little bits of joy, and even my dumb little viral videos in the hospital, things like that. I just have to kind of get through it, and everybody, oh, you're so strong, you're so strong. Nobody wants to fucking hear that. Nobody wants to be the strong person. Sure. It means your life is fucked up if someone's saying that to you a lot.
Very true.
So I'm ready to not be strong. And, hysterectomy have been their solution to things for years.
Right.
So I'm not...
Do you have to be put under for that?
Oh, yeah.
Right, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been put under a few times now.
That's terrifying.
Wow. My boobs done, which was the best putting under experience of my entire life. He put a heated blanket on me and was like, "What music do you want to listen to?" And I was like, Lana Del Rey. And then I woke up with huge tits, and the nurse was like, "They look amazing," and I was like, "Yeah."
How long?
That was different.
Can I ask how long was the recovery from that?
You guys, my brother, because he took care of me. No, it was really actually not that long. I got them Christmas 2022.
Okay.
And I remember them kind of looking good, and me feeling about them definitely by my birthday, which is in the end of January.
Oh, okay.
So
is my
6 weeks.
Wow, really?
And you have to be good. You have to take care of them.
Right.
They look insane when they first they are up here.
Right.
They look like pecs, and you're and there's no girl in the world can say that they weren't terrified when they first see them. They're oh my God.
Interesting.
And then you have to push them down. And my brother was living with me at the time, and he just had to take care of me. I'm in this surgical binder, he's helping me pee, and just
really?
Looking out of the not looking, and horrible. I feel so bad. Look and see the auto zoom.
It did the auto zoom again.
Invasive. It feels like very Big Brother. But yeah, so.
Wow.
I've had elective surgeries that are great, but then you wake up without a fucking ovary, and it's just different. It's a different recovery. So I'm hoping that this last big surgery.
Yeah, hopefully it's the end of it. How long do you have to be in the hospital for the procedure?
They kick you the fuck out so soon.
Right.
Oh my God, they can wait to get you out. It's really, and to them it's nothing.
Right.
To them that procedure really is just it's not a big deal. So a night. and then, the recovery, and most likely I'll end up back there within a week, because I always do, because I have a bleeding disorder. And I usually, honestly, to be perfectly honest, I don't have a lot of help. And, taking care of myself is super hard. I have a daughter.
Sure.
I've got split custody with her dad. And it's easy to let things like crumble on my side, because I really am overly protective of her, because, she was my kitten-sized child. And, obviously I love her to death. And I think it's just like different when it's a single mom situation. My ex-husband like literally like hates when I say I'm a single mom. But it's like, we've been divorced since she was 1.
Right.
Like, and you decide when you want to pay child support, and just.
Yeah, I get it.
We are in Philly. I'm not going to even try to pretend. Like, I have a little bit of like a messy. That's part of the fun.
Hey, but, we can go, blow for blow on dysfunctional exes if you want. She doesn't.
You know what? It's like,
my son's mother doesn't contribute at all. She hasn't paid an ounce of child support in 6 years.
I'm always like fascinated when I hear about the deadbeat like mothers, just because it's like, I get like such an enormous amount of shit for like posting thirst traps and daring to have a child at the same time. Like literally like eat messages, like, just, and hatred from coworkers and other mothers and things like that. But obviously, like, it's like that he's like, you don't want to be a bad son. Like, but like a bad mother is like, it's so hard. I mean, I'm almost like, there's a part of me that I'm just like,
I know, it's very rare. I'll just sum it up as that she's a hippie and not the good kind. So
they know what rainbow family type of
Exactly. How did you know? That's exactly the type of hippie she is.
Yeah,
yes.
Because I'm clairvoyant.
Oh, nice.
I have a lot of pattern recognition more. So
well, you got it.
Tons and tons of trauma. So I think people think that like psychicness and all that stuff is, really woo-woo, and it's totally like psychological. It's Dale Carnegie shit, like nonsense. It's just like observing
pattern
a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and having to be put into really traumatic situations and react over and over and over again, and like assuming the worst is going to happen, and just kind of like looking for the danger everywhere. Like that. You ever heard of the gift of fear, that guy?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a really I think it's like a controversial. I think he's a little bit controversial because he's had, I think his name's Gavin. I don't remember right now, but the gift of fear, it's very well known. But I think he's a little controversial because of like political stuff. But it's something every woman should read. Okay. Because, being self-aware and being aware of your surroundings and like, is, it's a gift to be able to defend yourself. You shouldn't, put that on the world.
For sure.
Like I'm born and raised in Philly, and like I used to wander around the city like literally nothing could ever happen to me. That was crazy. I can't believe like I survived some things, but part of it is just like I like look at people before they look at me. Like I'm not gonna be a victim of like I'd be the first one. A guy comes toward me, I'll start fucking screaming the most insane shit.
Smart,
like total, and they're just like total nonsense. I'll start singing.
Nice.
At the top of my lungs and like square dancing. It's just you have to just come at the world the way the world has come at you. And I think I meet people sometimes who think I'm like fucking insane. I'm like, well, you don't know.
Right, for sure.
What happens to me out there?
No, I find Philly to be a very interesting place. Like I'm a big stand-up comedy fan. And by watching all like the best podcasts, there's so many funny people from Philadelphia. Ryan Shaner, who I guess is your friend, Joe DeRosa,
he's my pal.
Drew Montana, even Shane Gillis to an extent, Matt McCusker. It's just the list goes on and on.
Same.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like literally every single comedian in Philadelphia, from Philadelphia, anything, there is a 6 degrees of separation.
For real,
with me. Like, no, like, that's just, I mean, I've also banged like tons of them.
Oh, nice.
So, like, that's just like the truth. Like, I like funny guys. Like, but then, sure. I mean, I had to pretty much I've sworn them off by now.
Comedians are sick people. I mean, I love them. I love podcasting with them.
Love them too,
I love them as my friends, but they are all very fucked up individuals. For sure.
Like they are so catty with each other that I just don't even. I can't participate. Like it's just. I can't also be told by another male comedian I'm dating in like a tearful voice that like I'm funnier than them. Like I can't do it anymore. Like I swear to God it's happened like multiple times and I'm just like, well, I'm so fucking sorry. You know, like and I've won, I'm not gonna name names, but a West Coast comedian that I like will always have a dear place in my heart for. And if he's listening to this, he knows who he is. I don't know if he knows that he did this, but he stole a joke from me.
Oh, wow.
So flat out, like, that. I know he has no idea that he did it. Because it's just like they don't even give me that level of credit.
Right. Of course, yeah.
That was my goddamn joke. And it's funnier when I say it.
Right.
Because it's about age, when I want to age into, I said I want to age into an old black man. Like, you're a white dude. Ha ha ha. You all want to age into old black men.
Right.
We know that. But like, I'm a woman. That's the joke. Like, so, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, Ryan Shaner.
Yeah. I just bought his book.
Great guy. Love him.
Yeah.
He's really funny. He just wrote a whole book.
I just bought it. Yeah.
COVID.
It's over Solomon, right? I have it somewhere.
Yeah, he's great. He's got a very serious girlfriend that he's had for a long time, or else I'd probably still be like pursuing him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ryan, you know the truth. You know? Just kidding.
He's a handsome
he's a
fellow.
great guy.
That mustache.
He's really funny and
yeah.
You know, always like he really is like there for me. If I he knows I'm like solo, so not like there for me physically. If your girlfriend is watching, I haven't seen him in years, but I mean, like, you know,
right.
People underestimate how much just acknowledgement of things I'm going through here and there means, you know, and people really abandon you when you get divorced, have a kid, have divorced. My mom has terminal cancer. I have to sell my house. It's like there's so many things that make people, you know, I get it. My life is a mess, but it's not always going to be like that. And it hasn't always been like that. Like this too shall pass. And, you know, the people who still treat me like worthy, you know, and check in, you know, really mean a lot. And Ryan is one of them. But he, in that episode of Tires in the first season he's in.
Yeah, hilarious.
He's so fucking funny in that scene. Like, I'm like, I swear, I watched that and I was like, dude, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, you're just, he made the whole show.
He did,
like, the rest of, I mean, I couldn't even really finish that just because, like, I don't have a dick. So I just, you know, whatever.
For sure. It's a very male-centered show. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love, like, I am, like, recovering pick-me girl.
Yeah.
I'm, like, 100%, like, you know, my favorite comedians, like, Patrice O'Neill, Mitch Hedberg, you know, like, I love that, but I still can't even, like, I couldn't finish that.
For sure. Was Patrice from Philly?
I feel like he's from like Detroit or like
okay.
somewhere Philly adjacent.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if he's from Philly, I would be like screaming that from the rooftops.
Yeah, for
like,
sure. I guess so.
He's just the best. Like he's like one of the first, you know, comedians I ever really heard. Like the first real comedian, like the first comedy I ever heard was Mitch Hedberg. I'm, you know, or actually, I guess it was like Benny Youngman from like Goodfellas, you know, in Goodfellas.
Oh, okay.
There's some stand-up. And I think that is literally the first stand-up I ever actually saw.
That's funny, yeah.
He's like king of the one-liners. He's like, you know, I take my wife everywhere, but she finds her way home. Like,
right.
I think shit like that. I hate my wife.
I think my first was actually Roseanne when I was like 8 years old. In like a meth house.
I mean, not anymore, but Roseanne the show, I love. It's so funny. I'm like such a sucker for dumb old sitcom. You know, like I love that shit. I mean, I also grew up on Seinfeld, but let's not even talk about that idiot.
For sure.
But Ryan, and then like there's not. I don't know. Like that's the thing. It's like the Philly comedy scene. It's just a bit.
Like bro-ish?
It's just not, I mean, I don't even want to say too much about it too, because I don't, I'm so not involved. Really. I just happen to like know, I feel like I know most of them. Yeah, all guys. There's that one guy, Naeem. He's really funny.
Yeah.
But there's a handful of black dudes that I know of where I feel like it's Philly, and I feel like there should be more. Like there are more,
that's true.
but they're not.
Yeah.
There's definitely more black comedians that but
true.
I should be out there more. I can't like speak on it. I just
Yeah, no, that's a
I
good point.
feel
Yeah, it is very white. A lot of white guys for sure.
a lot of white dudes. Like,
That's
and then
true.
it's just like I know Ian Fidance gets a lot of
Right.
like
Yeah.
credit for Philly. He's not. I think he's from like Delaware, which
He's
is fine. That's
from
fine.
Delaware. Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
but he's
weird.
not.
Yeah. I mean Big J, Okerson, to me he's the Philly guy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
but Philadelphia seems like an interesting place based on what I've heard from these comedians. It seems similar to Los Angeles in the sense that like there seems to be a big mix of like affluence and poverty, and like
Yeah.
is it a pretty dangerous place to
Yeah.
grow up
I
in?
would say that Philly and LA though are like polar opposites. Like I've spent a ton of time in LA, and LA, like one of the most notable things about Philly is how walkable it is.
Oh, okay.
And it's like I literally don't. I've driven a car one time. I'm 33. Like
nice.
I've lived here, New York, and London, and that's it.
Oh, cool.
And I have never, ever, at one time, like I drove around a cul-de-sac a few years ago because my suburban friend was like giving me shit, and I was like, why did I fucking do it? Like. So I think for an emergency, I could drive a car, but like no need, and like maybe someday, but that's what makes it very unique, I think.
Okay.
You can walk from one end of the city to another like in a day. You can walk from where I grew up. I grew up in Roxborough and like Manayunk.
Okay.
Don't say a fucking word, anyone watching this. And that's like it's in Philadelphia city limits, but it's like over a bridge, and like but I could walk there like through over a bridge through. It's like there's paths all around that are. You can't do that in LA. You can't even take the fucking subway anywhere. You can't do anything. All I've done is sit around. You can walk in West Hollywood and get stared at by everybody who just thinks I'm a dominatrix on the street.
For sure.
Like,
yeah.
like it's just odd to walk. But I've never felt one time even remotely unsafe in LA. And that is just probably because of like, I got robbed when I was like 12 at the gallery in Philly. Like, it's just not the same thing. Like, I'm not trying to, oh my God, like, because I haven't had some kind of like, GTA life or anything.
Right.
But I feel like everybody who's grown up in Philly who wasn't rich and who was not like involved in sports has like gotten themselves into some pretty serious shit. Like we've all done like pretty like crazy stuff, and that's like I feel like that's a given. And I go to LA and I meet these people, and I'm like, you're in this big city and that's great, but the people from LA I've never spoken to. I only like I don't know, I don't know what they're like, but the transplants in LA and the transplants in Philly are the only thing that make them similar, I feel like.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Like
I get that.
Is similar. And maybe, but no, I mean, they've got so much of a better everything going. Like, this is cleaner. Everything's just like nicer and more well funded. Philly is, you can't drive down a street in Philly without your car being like it's just.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's absolutely like potholes are horrible. Like
interesting.
Ones that are like deep, totally unmarked. I remember when the Super Bowl, they first won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm a mumbler.
And they like destroyed the city, right?
Well, the Eagles had this whole thing where they said that they were going to fix all the potholes because it was such a thing. That never happened. We need so much funding for infrastructure, and everybody who lives in the city knows that. And we have Sherelle Parker, who is like a character of a mayor. She's just terrible. She can't spell Eagles.
Oh, like, that lady. Right. Yeah.
She destroyed her reputation with trying to put an arena in the middle of Chinatown and destroy the city in her first like few minutes as mayor.
That's crazy.
But Philly is like, I've been, I've lived in New York for years of my 20s.
Right.
And it's still just so different. There's something so different about it. Philly is a little string of neighborhoods all just strung together.
Oh, okay.
And New York's like a big city. Like this, I don't feel like I'm in the real world when I'm in Philly.
I see.
If I go to New York or LA or London or Rome, I feel like I'm in like I feel like I could use Monopoly money in a store here, and like people would go, okay. Like it's just like when people say Philadelphia's not a real place, like that's silly. But sometimes it just really, it's small and cavernous at times, and
so it's
very
not
intimate. Everyone's mad.
So it's not really like metropolitan. It's more like,
I know that it is.
Yeah.
Like that we have all of the things that, and we're literally the first city and stuff.
Yeah. Right.
All of that. But it's still just, anyone who lives here can tell you, I mean, maybe I'm just insane. I just don't feel as though I'm in some metropolitan area ever. Like, it feels still very much like Center City is our, downtown.
Is that where Kensington is?
No, like, so you have, if you were to like use it simply this way, you have like Center City, North Philly, and South Philly.
Okay.
I'm in South Philly, all the Italians, all the cheesesteaks, all that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then North Philly, but not like North Philly, like right up Broad, that's Temple.
Okay.
And where all of that is like in the heart of North Philly, and then down in this kind of like south. Kensington's on like K&A is Kensington to Allegheny, which is more toward like the river.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's very much its own, and then you have like Fishtown and Northern Liberties and all of these like
that's what
some
Fishtown
kind of
is.
made up neighborhoods,
right. Oh, okay.
But K&A is a remaining always factor in all of that.
Right. Is it as bad as everybody makes it seem? Like just people dying on the streets?
Horrible. It's literally like, I mean, traumatizing to even drive through.
Right.
Like it's I mean, and it, then they'll do those sweeps where they kind of like, I'm sure they do them in LA too and stuff. They just clear all these people out, and I'm not. It's really hard to I feel like I really genuinely, nobody but the people who live in that neighborhood can have a real opinion on it. Like the people who live right next to and are trying to raise children down the street from, whose generations of their family are from this neighborhood, and then you've got like those are the people whose opinion matters. And maybe the family members of the people who are on I don't know, but it's not it's not just the rest of the city of Philadelphia's place to like, it affects us, but who does it affect the most? Like the family members of the people suffering and the people living right next to it. So they should be the ones that have the most say, in my opinion. But it is a horrible problem that needs to be dealt with that has not, I would say, I don't want to give like no credit to the people doing all this work out there, but I would say there's been, like no progress made in years. It's a huge problem. We're like literally like a tourist destination for drugs. It's just crazy.
Right. Yeah. And the government doesn't really do anything, I'm assuming.
We don't even talk about it. Like, I do not address it.
For sure.
We just don't, like, I swear to God, I'm sorry, I cannot stop touching my hair. Because it's just, it's all fake, like half of it, and it just feels so good. None of my cats will come and hang out with me, I don't know. So, yeah, we get yelled at a lot by the city government. There's not a lot of community feeling other than like us. Like we all build the community.
Right.
I don't know I don't feel any connection at all to like City Hall or, I mean, the last mayor was an absolute drip. Like this guy I know, his dad beat the mayor up when they were kids, and I was always like,
that's hilarious.
I like that. Like,
that's funny.
Whatever. So we can get off that, but it is absolutely as you're imagining. It's like Night of the Living Dead.
Right.
Like everybody is like, like even last night, I went to my 7-Eleven to get my cigarettes because I cannot stop smoking cigarettes right now. It's a horrible, horrible habit, but I'm not drinking. I've drank in months.
Nice. Me
so
either.
we all need our vices,
For sure.
I went to 7-Eleven and there's a lady outside, and, I gave her 2 cigarettes and like $5. And she said, she was like, your coat looks so warm. And I'm like, ugh. I hurt to the heart, like, and I'm like, do you like need a coat or do you need something or whatever? And she's like, oh, like sweatpants. Like, do you have sweatpants? And I was like, yeah, okay, stay here. And I said to her, like, stay here. I like, yelled at her because I fucking knew that this bitch was gonna be gone by the time I got back. So I ran home and I filled this bag up with like Ritz crackers and whatever I could find, and like these sweatpants. And I'm like, I really like these sweatpants. And a hoodie from this pro skater that I dated who had like no brain cells. So, but it was an extremely warm hoodie. So I was like, great, good. Give it to her. And I go back, she's gone.
She's gone.
You know, because I'm sure she went and copped. And like, and it's the most, okay, I knew she was not going to be there, but I left the bag there and somebody's going to like get that. That's 2 blocks from my house. And I live in a good neighborhood, like it's everywhere. It's just, there's no, so, it's something everybody just like lives with, and we don't get shit from. Nobody's gonna deal with it. Ever. I don't think anyone can ever deal with it. That's the truth, unfortunately.
No, I get that. Would you ever would you ever like suggest it to be like a place to like visit for like any reason?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's very insular. Oh, you mean K&A?
No, Philly. In general. Yeah,
absolutely. Like I think people think like K&A is like.
Right.
And like that type of thing is, it is everywhere, like, of course, like, but it's not like that. No, like, like, yeah, absolutely. Philly is like, I think it's, I mean, almost like, no, don't visit because we don't want you to come because we love what we have going on. It's, more and more people are moving here, and I love that, but there are so many parts of Philly that you will go to. It doesn't even seem like America, let alone Philly. Like it's a very unique place, I mean,
sounds like it, yeah.
It's great. I love it. I love the juxtaposition. Like it is a really beautiful place. A lot of really cool architecture. We have like incredible history. A lot of like really cool people, fashion, fashion, whatever.
Sure.
I just said that because of me. But in my like workout outfit that I don't even work out. It's underrated and it's beautiful and unique, but it's like definitely a place where like you'll just maybe like learn a little bit about yourself.
Right.
That's all. And it's funny that we have a reputation of being mean. I don't think people in Philly are mean at all. I think people are like aggressive, nice.
Right.
It's more of like there's just like we don't have time. I feel like most people in Philly, I would say, who are born and raised here are struggling unless you're part of, that thing that's going on. I mean, like the generational families like mine who are just didn't really fall into any like wealth. It was like family businesses all got sold off and things like that.
For sure.
I don't have time to, really like the niceties. So that's mostly what it is, but I think most Philadelphians would help other people, just like New Yorkers, like they're more like intervening than, and I don't know, like.
I mean, LA people will step on your throat unless you can do something for them. You've probably heard the phrase, or someone came up with it on the internet. I don't know, that people on the West Coast are nice but not kind, and people on the East Coast are kind but not nice. And like you're saying, I prefer this just straight up, like, you don't have time. We're all living, we're all struggling. Just get out of the fucking way.
But I'll help you if you need help.
Yeah.
I just am not gonna like make you feel better about shit because I like, don't care. I'm like going somewhere and doing something all the time.
For sure. I went to Manhattan in 2005 when I was 19 with my grandma and my brother for like a week. And we stayed like near Times Square, right? And it was it was Thanksgiving, and I think Thanksgiving night, my brother and I just went walking around. It's like close to midnight, and I went to there's that police station at the bottom of Times Square where the ball drops or whatever. I was just like looking up, and then a dude just it's cold as fuck, so he's just like covered head to toe. He just shoves me from behind. And then just keeps walking, and I was like, "What? What's going on?" Like that wouldn't. He just shoved me. Didn't look back. Just kept going, and I'm just like dumbfounded. But
you're probably just like, "All right, yeah." Like I mean, my dad is like one of those people who like really maintains that like everybody should get their ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like hard for me to disagree as somebody who's gotten my ass kicked multiple times. Like it's like, you know, if you've never been like put in your place,
yeah, for sure,
you're gonna be at some point. That's all I'm saying. It might not be physically, but it might be in a worse way. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like don't listen to that. Don't get beat up. Just mean,
I understand what you're saying. I mean, like, people do need to understand that there can be physical consequences. You know what I mean?
And that violence is sometimes is the answer to a few things.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
There's not that many things, but yeah, sometimes like.
I mean, I grew up in LA in the punk rock scene. Violence is very much so a part of the culture. You know what I mean? And it should always be used as a last resort. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but don't act like it's like we're humans.
Yeah, you know. Okay, well, Philly is
I know, we're
interesting.
all over.
No, it's all good. It's awesome. It's always best when we don't need to stick to the script here. But I'm interested in what is going on with your podcast, Block Captains, that you were doing with your brother Nick.
So
right?
That was
great podcast,
you know,
by the way. I really enjoyed listening to it when I discovered
Thank you.
it. Yeah.
I have a lot of. I'm self-conscious about it just because like with any project you can't like control everything.
Right.
And you know, I talk a lot of shit.
Sure.
And they can't all be winners, you know?
Sure,
So like I'm sure I've isolated or you know, alienated some people in the process, but I really don't care because I know I have a good heart. No, like I really am not trying to hurt anybody, but like the bottom line for me is that I've been through an insane amount in like such a short period, and I just I don't care. Like I don't care if a job sees things. I don't care if coworkers, because I'm not talking about anything political.
Right.
It's comedy.
Right.
And, you know, grow the fuck up. Like, it's 2025. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm sitting in front of a camera with my nice body that I like kind of paid for and worked for. I went through the kid thing. I did all of that and stuff. Like, you know, like if you want like the suffering that like I promise I've suffered, okay? Like to be able to like look pretty. But I feel like, you know, it's hard because, you know, like I really thought that maybe it was going to go further, but
I thought it had great potential. I mean, you had the whole set and everything.
You know, like anything, it's just like I had no idea which direction it was gonna go into, and now I'm really happy with everything that's happened because, ironically, like Block Captains is because I am the block captain of my block, which is so weird because I am the most like dysfunctional human alive. But I like had like a manic episode and just like became the block captain because you can just like apply online, like just like crazy. Nice. I don't know what I was doing. I just was like bored. I didn't actually have a manic episode. I'm just being like hyperbolic. I just have like a little bit of like mania in me, like up and down, you know? So sometimes I get really highly motivated and do things like that.
I believe other times they call that mania. Yeah. So you're on the right podcast.
But now I'm selling my house, so there is no block. Yeah, there is. You know what I mean? Like I have to sell my house. Sure. My ex-husband is still on the mortgage, and he's with no notice. He sued me. Didn't tell me nothing. Like if he had said to me like, hey, like I really need this to be fixed by this time or I have to take it to court, I would have fixed it all. But I didn't. I'm a real person. I like, you know what I mean? Like I'm paying my mortgage or whatever. I didn't get every single thing done that I was supposed to get done that I agreed to in our divorce. So he slapped me with a lawsuit. That's fine. He's allowed to do that technically, but it sucks. And instead of going through it and fighting for this house that I bought with him, I was like, wait, fuck this. Why am I even trying to stay here? Like, I'm going to sell it and have a little money and, like, live in an apartment and, get, you know, like, get rid of this whole, taking care of this house when I'm already dealing with, like, a hysterectomy, a 5-year-old, a sick mom, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, like, just a little levity would be nice. So it was a really easy decision to be like, fuck this. I'm not sitting through court with you. And so you can be like, Mr. Dude goes to Washington, so we can have his little moment where he's like, he's bad. bad. Like, I don't even, I think that's what he envisions, and he's not getting it. Like, no one's getting that. Like, so anything I can do to keep me away from other people, like, just, I'll do it. Even like this, you know what I mean? So no, I'm kidding, but it's a drastic decision, but it's like a very good one, because it's like, I'm going to get more money than I've, ever had in my life. And I'm not going to give this person the satisfaction of, and therefore there's no block. So there's no block captains. And yeah, our job, we all work at the same place. Obviously, we've never spoken about it one time. They mentioned it and it just weirded out everybody, and it put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. I will double down over and over again. I don't care. And everybody at that place of work pretty much hates me and is treating me like garbage, so I really don't care. But the last episode we filmed before all this happened was our friend Evan, that we really wanted to become more involved anyway. And me and Evan watched the episode again last night, and I am literally like hanging all over him. Not even in really like a, not like a crush way, just more of like a creative crush way. Like, he's making me laugh so much, and I'm just like, like our chemistry was so undeniable that it was so easy to just kind of like transition it into something else.
Okay.
And he's a musician. He's really talented, and he's got like a really unique sense of, he's very, very highly intelligent. Like, he was a behavior analyst for years and did some really, really intense stuff with people, with human beings. You know what I mean? Things that I'm just like, I can't even believe that you witnessed this, worked with people like this, like really like amazing stuff. But I think like that really translates into creativity, like human experience, like trauma, and his unique style of like blending our audio together with kind of like some of his music, and like kind of feels like fever dreamy. So it's all only audio, but we've chosen to kind of like, I'm obsessed with YouTube ambiance. Right. Like obsessed. I like love these stupid videos of cats sleeping, like Celtic spirit of Ireland, like dumb AI nonsense, but I love it. Like, I just don't care. I make no apologies. So I said, like, why don't we create our own like YouTube ambience, like but it's us. So every episode we're like filming, we're focusing more on the audio and like how that will feel, but then we're filming an accompanying video that isn't like synced, but it's like what we were doing that night, and we're kind of like making it visually really nice, like so if somebody wants to put it on their screen or whatever, but trying to focus more just on like, making it more of a palatable experience, and something that maybe is more packageable to turn into something else. And we just vibe so well. Like, it's literally just meeting of the minds that is just both of us, like, and he's heterosexual and I am too. And it's like, there's something really, I can't explain. That sounds like so like, oh my God, so rare. But that's what I mean. Like, it's like, I'm sorry to say, but usually you see a podcast like gay guy and, girl who's like quirky, and it's like, that's great. That's true. We love that.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's not what I want. Like, I want a little bit of friction there, like, because I am like, he is like an attractive guy, and I don't view him as this like cuck sub dude. Like, I wouldn't be able to like really, get down to the good stuff if I felt that way about him. So, he's hot, sexy, amazing guy, very cool, but also like chill and like, sensitive, blah, 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 all that shit. For sure. So we love Evan Heffron, and he's the new, he's my new partner, and we're already working on stuff, and Christmas we're going to release like a little trailer and like, just a little reintroduction. We have a new name, all that stuff. So it's going to be different, the same, but new, and not the same at all.
So it sounds like a really unique concept. If I can ask more about the format, like, it's not going to be like set based, right? Like, not like a background set based.
It's like definitely movable. Like, I'm going to create the set, which is just like, I love design. I love
I can tell.
I mean, it might not be everybody's thing, but I love to throw together like weird vibes, you know? So I like the idea of being able to change it, number one. And not going to be set pace. It's not like as rigid at all, you know? There's this podcast called The Secrets Hotline that is definitely not very popular.
Okay.
I was on it once. Like you call voicemail type of thing, and you leave your secrets, and it's all anonymous. But they kind of weave it together in with like it sounds, you know, there's music and little storytelling and stuff, and it's a nice thing to kind of fall asleep to or listen to like in the bath, or very calming. And I wanted to do something like that, but not like the content so much, but I wanted it to be like calming.
Right.
Now I'm talking about like not the most calming things. So yeah, like it's definitely, we are going to focus on that. And then every episode we're having like a kind of field trip, you know, something out, whatever it is. If it's we're at a restaurant, even if it's he takes me to the laundromat, whatever, like he's been helping me a lot with stuff because I can hardly lift shit half the time. I'm in constant pain. So there's a lot of like weird, I think it's going to be pretty relatable because we're both in our 30s and having to totally start over.
Right.
Like he quit his job of 7 years that he was making like, you know, 6 figures and was like contributing to papers all the time, is very well respected and is a bar back because that's what he wanted to do because he was like, fuck this, I'm done. And that's kind of what I did. I blew my whole life up. I got divorced when my kid was not even 1.
Right, yeah.
And we had been married a year. And, you know, I made everybody come to our wedding and give me money and shit.
Oh, geez.
So, you know, like, it is what it is. It's just like, so there's, I think, I don't know, I hope it's relatable because I hope I'm not the only one going through this, but our millennials have been screwed. Like, we are, and I feel like we're turning into Gen X weirdo, bitter freaks. I don't like it. Like...
Yeah, I guess so. I think we have a better sense of humor than they do. Overall,
I think Gen Z likes me apparently. Like they on TikTok, that I'm like, but I don't know I don't know what they're talking about. I really don't know what they're talking about. I get these like Gen Z boys all the time in my DMs, like every single day, just calling me mommy and stuff. Like, okay, I get that, but all the other stuff they say, I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah,
like I'm sorry. Like
there's slang that's ever evolving.
I gotta pee. Because I just had like a hilarious interaction with Joe DeRosa.
Yes, please tell me. Joe DeRosa, hilarious comedian.
Do you like him?
I think he's hilarious. I think he's underrated.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't. Yeah. I have no opinion of him because, like, swear to God, I've never really listened. I just don't care enough. I'm not gonna like go. But like the pipeline of like being on Rogan and then like it not going as they planned and then ending up in my DMs is like really shocking.
I saw that he liked a bunch of your pictures. I was like, oh,
no,
Joe.
He seems fine, but like, it's just like a little bit like, I'm like, can we like trying to relate to me? He's selling his house too, I guess, whatever. He's trying to give me moving boxes, and I'm just like, I was like, I don't want your moving boxes.
That's pretty funny.
I feel really strange about that proposition. Like, like I just can't help but be like, look at him and just be like, Ryan is so much funnier than you. Like, can we get like, you know, like, sorry, like, you know, just God bless.
In his defense, I'll say that he's much funnier in his stand-up than he is on like podcasts or like his stand-up is completely different from his public persona.
I can't talk stand-up, you know, is hard.
Yeah.
I have a short fuse with it at this point because it's just like I've been in a lot of I had one of my most treasured situationship. He works he's a door guy at the Comedy Store. Oh, okay. And we had the weirdest, like this is the weirdest. I was like, so weird with him. I've never been so strange with a person in my life. Like he would wear really flashy stuff on stage, and I was at a very strange point in my life. And there was a time where I was just like mailing him shirts from Philly, and he was just like, he's also insane. I don't know what the hell he was letting me do this. I'm just like mailing this guy shirts, and he's just like acting like this is fine. Like, why are you letting me do this? Like, why wasn't someone intervening and being like, stop mailing this man shirts? Like, but he did take me to a lot of great comedy, and I noticed why I think about LA, especially the Comedy Store. It's like it's so different than a lot of scenes because it's all tourists.
Right.
It's all tourists looking to laugh. You know what I mean? I'm not saying all of it, but like half of it. So it's just, I think it's a little bit easier to get a laugh than it is in the fucking basement in New York at like creepy Comedy Cellar type, you know, places and like Helium here. So, you know, I give props to, but like I give props to the stand-up comedians and stuff. It's just, I just really want to like skip that line. I don't want to do that. I've done it a few times in like open mics and stuff, and I don't think, like, I think it was fun, whatever. It's just not my thing, you know? Like, maybe I'm just a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I need more of like a validation. I don't know. I really think more and more, I think I want to be I want to act in some way. Yeah. But I just think I'm too old. Like, it really, you know what I mean? Like, I know the world's changing a little bit. Yeah. But, you know, and it's also, you know, like, I'm the 33-year-old, but I want to be an actress. You know, like, I don't want to be that person, but I am such a film person. Like, it's from that angle. Like, because it seems so difficult. It does seem really difficult. Like, you know, some of my most important things in my like self narrative are scenes in movies, you know, like it's my Shawshank Redemption tattoo right here. Okay, gotcha. You know, I'm very visual, and I'm very afraid of acting, so I think it's something I should try to do. I don't think it's ever too late. I mean, there's been, I can't think of an example right now, but there's been plenty of people who didn't like succeed in acting until like later in life, and you're not later in life. Steve Buscemi, that's for sure. Yeah, that's right. There's a bunch of people. There is, and Fran Drescher got a hysterectomy, so I used things like to. Is Fran Drescher a big influence? I'm noticing now the cheetah pattern, just style wise, the style, absolutely. For sure. Yeah. I mean, you know, I feel really like a little bit bitter about the popularization of like the mob wife aesthetic, and like it really did used to just be mine for a while. People would like be like, you're really tacky, but I didn't give a fuck. I loved it. Mafia princess is what my dad he used to always say. That was my style, is mafia princess, for sure. Which is like very very corny, but you know, my dad was one of those guys who showed me Goodfellas when I was 10, and fast forwarded through a few scenes and stuff, but it was like, this is important stuff, you know, like, it's very woven in who I am. Like, it's just, I can't help it. And he doesn't even think, he's not saying it in a funny way. He thinks it's really, like, this is important to him. Like, The Godfather was like a big deal to my family and my dad, so, you know. Yeah, so I wanted to ask, like, so you're Italian, right? How, so, like, I have a really good friend named Giacomo from the same city I am in Los Angeles, San Pedro, and this may sound stereotypical or whatever, but whenever I would go to his house, just screaming. So much screaming. Food being made, delicious food. So my mom is Jewish. Oh, okay. But like was raised like very not like her mom's like this like kind of like atheist modern woman, and really just loosely did that. Right. So my mom and dad have been together since they were teenagers. Oh, wow. So my mom she's just very much like a little Italian lady. You know, but the same thing, you know, same, like Italians are like Jews with better food, like everyone says. For sure. And I'm very pretty staunchly rejected by the Jewish community. I don't identify with that, but that's fine. Sure. But you have that element, which is really scary, to add to it. And, just screaming. I mean, that's the way we communicate. Like, literally, though, they just have been screaming my entire life. And I've had so many people over for dinner who've been like, I'd just been like, oh, like, did you have a good time? They were like, yeah, but like, were you fighting the whole time? And I'm like, no, like, we didn't fight one time. It was like a good dinner. I'm like, I thought you were fighting the whole time. And I'm like, oh, we just scream at each other. Like, that's just like,
For sure.
Very passionate people. But I haven't, I live right down the street from my parents.
Oh, okay.
And I see them every single day. And I go to church with my dad on a lot of Sundays.
It's a Catholic church?
I'm like, I can't fucking believe I don't like turn to ashes when I walk in there. But, I try to be a good Italian daughter. And, my dad is probably, he probably is my biggest influence, really. He showed me every single thing that I love. Like, I was 10 and he was like, you need to watch this movie. It's called Down by Law. It's directed by Jim Jarmusch. And here, goodbye. And I'd like lock myself in my room and be like, what did I just see? And like rewatch it like 17 times, like he just was the Bible. And thank God he didn't show me like stupid shit. He showed me all the coolest stuff in the whole world.
Jim Jarmusch
and then we
is a
fought
very
for like 10 years. And,
I mean, Jim Jarmusch is such a niche cult director. That's really cool for him to introduce.
Well, his birthday is one day after mine.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there's just been like every since I was little, like I was obsessed with him, and it was very strange, for a little girl. Like I was like really, really obsessed with him and like Raymond Chandler and like Al Capone. I would like read biographies about, I was very hyper fixated on men. Like it's the truth. And Audrey Hepburn. That's it. I loved Audrey Hepburn. Nice. I literally worshipped her. My daughter is named Audra after Audrey Hepburn.
Nice.
Side note, my dad got arrested trying to like look in her property once in Switzerland. So that's good. But
do you carry your Italian heritage like in with your daughter's life? Are you gonna like raise her like that
my ex has his mom is like off the boat Italian and like speaks Italian. My brother speaks fluent Italian. So yeah, like she's learning Italian.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's just kind of like unavoidable. So, I would love to, get her dual citizenship, like stuff like that someday, but
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
It's so much harder than people think. It's not, and it is. I know people who've done it takes years. But my parents tried in general to live out of the country.
Right.
Many times and have succeeded, but then it's so hard with like visas and stuff. They tried to move us to England when I was 14. We lived in London right outside of London for a year. And we had to leave because of like visa stuff and money and blah, blah. But, they're very, they didn't want to end up here.
Okay. I understand that.
We went to Greece and Italy every single summer growing up.
Nice.
Like for like the whole summer because they were teachers. And, they wouldn't even let us, like, go out to eat, like, one time during the year. Like, everything revolved around saving all of our money to go to Greece for 3 months. And it was really weird and confusing for us. Like, I loved it. Obviously, I'm not complaining. But, like, coming back here and then, going there, it was a very split life situation. And everybody thought we were weird for being... Everybody also thought we were, like, rich. Which is an assumption to make. Obviously, we're going to Europe every summer. But it's like, I want to be like, no, my dad's making me sleep on the floor of steamships.
Right.
And, like, literally, I have memories of sitting on strangers' laps because there wasn't, like, enough room. Like, stuff like that. Just, like, a lot of... It was not luxury, I'll tell you that much.
Wait,
like, he used to make us do, like...
Steamships?
Military. Oh, my God, totally. One time he just decided that we had to go to... I think we went to Jerusalem, and we were in Rome, or the other way around. I don't remember. He's psycho. And we took a boat that was days, and we were fighting for floor space with, like, gypsies. You're not allowed to say that anymore, but, like, we were, like, edging in on our territory, and we're getting, like, rabid and insane. Like, I'm walking around this ship, like, going crazy. Like, it's like, I can't believe I didn't get, like, human trafficked because
for sure.
He lost me in Damascus Gate in Jerusalem before. I was like, look down, is holding some nun's hand instead of me. That's like, I don't know how the hell I'm still here because he just was like gallivanting. And in my 20s, I would run around Greece like taken. Like I can't
Right,
believe
for
it
sure.
and get hostiled. I rode around a trash truck in Rome, hammered with these guys once, just in the trash truck, having a good time. Like, great place to throw a body, like
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
just so,
And Rome seems like a really easy place to disappear to. I went to Rome in 2004, and I was like outside of some bar drinking. I had a Negroni, the first and only time I've ever had it. It's the most
oh my
disgusting,
god.
one of the most disgusting drinks I've ever had. But there was like a homeless guy who had, old school flip phones like duct taped over his ears, right? And he's just like screaming at the cars, coming down the cobble street roads or whatever. And some cops like just like turned the corner because the bar was on a corner. And they just turned in front of this guy, and he's just like screaming at the cops, and they just looked at him like, what? And then they just drove away. I was like, if this was America, they would have got out and like beat his ass, But they were just like, whatever. Like they were like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
I mean
weird.
they're definitely. Do they have guns? Those
They
cops?
they do, yeah. Or at least when I was
Yeah, I mean I know
when I was in
they're
Venice, the cops had
hands off.
guns. In Venice, the cops had guns attached to their belts with like telephone wires.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. It's a very different vibe.
Very,
the crime
yeah.
in
What?
there.
So,
It's just like I don't know. Especially Greece though. Ugh, Greece, very safe. Like
oh, okay.
super safe. Not you can still get yourself into some trouble, obviously, but
Yeah,
I don't even know if there's a drinking age. It was paradise for me.
yeah.
Like,
I imagine for sure.
I will never ever be with a Greek man. That's for sure. No offense, Greek boys, but like hell no. Like, but yeah.
We'll have to wrap up soon, but I'm really interested in this pilot that you wrote with your brother.
Yeah, that's like kind of why we started the podcast because we just kind of wanted to like get used to talking and being creative together, even if it was at that level.
Yeah.
That's what we could just do then. But we wrote a pilot about Philly and kind of dark comedy, a little bit surrealist.
Okay.
And in terms of timeline, I wanted it to be a little bit vague, like early iPhone, early Instagram, but also a little bit like just I like the idea of making it a little bit vague.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of how the last 15 years have felt to me. I just don't even know what's going on. I don't.
For sure.
I'm 15. Like I cannot believe I'm a teen mom. Like this is insane.
Right.
People must look at me and be very concerned that I have a daughter. It's like in my head, I just don't know where. And there's been so many different eras. I'm having parts of my life being romanticized already. Like on shows, and it's freaking me out. So that timeline thing is kind of interesting to me. So yeah, definitely just there's one main character and there's a lot of different really niche Philly things
Okay.
woven in.
Yeah.
It's just a pilot, it could go anywhere, but I really like it. It's a full pilot. I read a few pilots before
okay.
we started writing it.
Yeah,
I read
yeah.
like Mad Men one, Twin Peaks, Sopranos,
Yeah.
things like that.
Is it like an hour?
And
Would it be like an hour
yeah,
length? Oh, okay.
45 minutes. I think it was like
Okay.
46 minutes or something when we like
okay.
however we calculated it.
For sure.
But kind of a hateable character, but
Okay.
hateable, relatable. As somebody who's like a little bit of like a try hard, wants to do something on Instagram and on social media, but doesn't really know what the hell he wants to do. Wants to better himself, but is just kind of like. There's a lot of people in Philly. I'm sorry. There's a lot of talkers in Philly.
Right.
There's a lot of I want to do this, and I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna
For
do
sure.
this, and people really don't a lot of the time. I'm not. People who live here and really have grown up here and stuff like know what I mean. I'm not. It's not like a shady thing, but there's a ton of talk. Like
Yeah, I get
I'm
it.
gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and it's just hi, come here. It's my cat. So.
Zoomed in.
We're kind of making fun of the Zoom. This is Lena.
Nice.
Kind of making
Okay.
fun of ourselves a little bit,
Sure.
but it's there's some really I think
Oh, I.
I think some really funny things, and we really wrote it together. Like I've never done something like that with someone where it was just like 50-50.
Yeah, that's hard to
we
do.
both
Yeah.
are. But I have things I'm writing that are my own. You know, about I have like just a lot of short stories.
Oh, nice.
That entanglements.
Yeah.
I make it no secret that I have had a lot of issues with men where I'm like, I've gone after tons of men like aggressively because I just thought they're gonna fix my life, and I get really obsessed with like personalities, and like it's not easy to impress me still to this day. Like I'm like, well, look at him. Like I'm just like kind of a moron when it comes to dating and love. So
aren't we all?
I get myself into a lot of stupid things. I'm trying really hard, and I actually haven't like dated in a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm doing good, but somebody's got to hear them because it can't just be me. Like
for sure, I get that. Yeah.
It just can't just be me. That I can't hold this. But so I'm working on my stuff. You know, he's working on his stuff, and you know, we are taking a little different directions. But we have that, and we always have. Yeah. My cat's names are so cute. We always have a good creative dynamic together, so it's
you guys are great on the podcast. Are you gonna try to like sell the pilot or get it made like indie?
I don't know. I really have no idea. I don't like. It's just I would love to somehow be involved in it.
Right.
Like
of course.
I know. I don't. You know. I know a lot of stuff's coming out of Philly. It's the thing. You know.
For sure,
I like writing. And I think I'm good at it, and I don't have any real training in it, which is I don't care.
That doesn't
at all
matter.
Because I've read a lot of books, and not like a lot of books. Like I have. Like it's just the truth. Like when you read a lot, I feel like it's easier to kind of like find your own voice through writing, but not like I sat down and read a bunch of books in the past 5 years because I wanted to write.
Right.
I got a story published when I was in 6th grade that was like in the library.
That
it's
is
like
cool.
a young anthology of American writers. Like I've always been a writer, like at my core. So
I'm a writer too. Yeah. I imagine Shaner can probably help with like figuring out how to get published. And if you figure that out, let me know because I have no idea how to get published. I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to publish. I have no idea how to do it.
I had a step grandfather who was Filipino and a narcissist, God bless his soul, but he self-published all these books that are some of the funniest things you'll ever read in your life.
Nice.
So don't go that route because I just feel like that's like you know, I want to read Ryan's book. I just I'm dealing with some of the worst problems of my life, obviously, right now. So, you know, gonna go through menopause at 33. That's gonna be sick. But
getting it out of the way, I guess.
I'm taking the whole engine out. Really, that's what I'm. Our metaphors for you.
So funny enough, and I'll end this here. My best friend is actually named Chloe, and just sort of like being funny or whatever. I was like, hey, I'm interviewing a person named Chloe tomorrow. Any advice? And she mentioned something about she said all Chloes are cool. I was like, yeah, I know that. Okay. And she mentioned the name meaning something about nature, like flowery meadow or something.
Yeah, like young growing sprout, like new. It really translates in Greek. It means like
that
new
makes sense.
Sprout, like new life. But also like it kind of it's really funny in Greek. Like we have Mary Jane. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what Chloe is in Greek. They I've been told by Greek people sometimes they refer to weed as that.
I didn't know that.
Like just like tree, like one of the what I mean. We have a bunch of different names for weed. Like one of that's apparently
for sure.
But I want to end with this because this is one of the most important things to me and of all time. Okay. The bastardization of the name Chloe in the media. And you need just start to listen. I have a few examples I can just pull out. Like there's a movie called Chloe where it's like she's like going after the man and she's an evil psycho. Okay. There's an episode of How I Met Your Mother where it's like the crazy girl, her name's Chloe. There's that show, Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23. Her name's Chloe.
That's right.
She's always just, for some reason, shown as this like chaotic figure, and it goes on and on and on. Like I have so many examples. So, not cool with that. We are pure. Look how pure and virginly, and
Damn straight.
Right. This was so much fun. Like
awesome.
It's dark out.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, no, thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming on. I'm glad you had a good time. You're welcome anytime. We barely touched the list at all, and I think that's awesome.
I know.
So
Yeah, I'll come back anytime. Yeah,
Cool,
it's nice
awesome.
to like connect with humans, you know?
yeah, for sure. Do you want to let anybody know where to follow you on social media?
I'm Toodles Galore XO on TikTok and on Instagram. I'm sticking with it. This is Toodles Galore. It's the
Oh, that
cat.
looks-
Woo, here it comes from Tom and Jerry.
That's right. Yeah, nice.
She's just really like awesome, and
Yeah,
I love
for
her. Like sexy cats, you know. I'm such a simple person. Like some eyelashes to a cherry, and like dip it, and I'm dumb. Like I'm like I have Betty Boop. Like my brain works like Betty Boop. So
You seem like a very cultured and well-traveled person to me.
I'm totally joking.
You got a lot
Thank
of
you so
life
much.
experience.
I love talking to you. I
Awesome.
gotta go deal with
Likewise.
my chronic, horrible pain and life issues.
Okay, for sure.
This was fun.
maybe-
Nice to talk to you.
Okay, everybody follow Let's Ruin Our Lives. Follow Chloe here. Please
Yeah.
hit like and subscribe and leave some comments.
TikTok. I
goddammit.
just reached 15K on TikTok.
There you go. Mahalo.
All right. Bye.
I know, but I'd rather be blind in heaven than sighted in hell.
You want the bandwagon 'cause you want betting. You want to be like what guess it really isn't sin. There's a better way to do the get your super bug. Don't read no magazine, not a super bug. You care about what people think because you're insecure. You don't know your heart, it's your own, but not too sure. Take some words of wisdom, some plain and simple advice. People into live, not sure.